Welcome back to our coverage of the 2019 Tough Dog Tuff Truck Challenge. We're in Milbrodale, New South Wales, and we're halfway through the event. This is Life Off-Road. Hang around for plenty more action. This is the Devil's Marbles, a stage that's been here for a number of years, but not one of the original stages. It's still one of the favourites. It provides plenty of action, and we've got a car on course right now, making its way through the 30-point gate.
It's just a pure technical rock crawling stage. It's a bit slow and very tight. Previous years it's been a little bit easier. They were like top cars are finishing in half the time. I've had to put in a pretty tight little section in there to challenge the rear steer. Really built vehicles this year. Some of the cars are struggling. Some of them make it look stupid easy.
Some massive boulders in position here. Incredibly tight and technical. The teams do not want to hit the bunting, the cones, or go out of course. Rear steer is a penalty, but they'll be making full use of that in this course. They just need to. What goes through your head sitting here watching a car struggling so much to get through to the 40-point gate here on the next stage you're doing?
Honestly, I don't know. I try not to watch too much because, yeah, it might scare us a little bit. Basically going from the 40 to 50 mark, it's just really tight, messy, and a lot of diff boogers there.
It's tricky this year, it's really tight, some big holes. Got to do a 360 here.
People have made a mess out of it so far today. It's going to be one of the tougher tracks. It looks like everyone's burning up a lot of time about halfway through here.
Front and rear steer all been put to the test here. Looks like they've got the front clear now. These guys are somehow making it look easy. This is a fantastic run. When people think about tough truck, they think about the tough trucks, they think about the tough tracks, they think about the crazy spectators, but it is really a family event, isn't it?
Every year you and I speak about how many more families that we see, and I was just over there then in the kids area. There's face painting, there's spray-on tattoos, there's jumping castles, there's fairy floss, there's snow cones, and mostly adults here, of course, as you would expect. All of our family camping is full. There's loads of family in the area. We're loving that aspect of it.
What do you reckon all the kids at home should get onto their parents, get them to bring them to Tough Truck?
Oh, definitely, it's great. Good show. Everyone should come, it's so good. Even if you don't even support full driving, it's so fun.
The Rock Garden is another tight, technical and perilous stage here at the Tough Dog Tuff Truck Challenge. This year it's been severely reworked. Let's take a look at the action.
As the Rock Garden's running quite well, very difficult this year because we tried to mix it up a bit, trying to change it up from years gone by. But you've also got to allow for the guys that come in, the newbies that want to just have a crack. So you can try and get that progressive difficulty bit by bit. So yeah, it's a challenge, but it's good. Some of the old obstacles, which is around behind the big cave. It's obviously a crowd pleaser. It's quite difficult and quite high.
Halfway through the weekend, has anybody completed the track?
Yes, 2 vehicles, but one guy was 3 seconds short. It's a challenge, but it's good. Some of the guys' trucks with lesser equipment on it tend to dig up a bit. Hopefully the track doesn't change too much. I think that it's probably going to get better and better.
Already we've seen plenty of boulders, lots of dirt to rock transfers, some serious off cambers and a little bit of tree hugging. Up between these massive boulders, they've got a serious climb. They're pulling a fair angle there, and unfortunately time is called here. An incredible drive, so technical, a great job from the driver and navigator, and they didn't even make it halfway through the course. That's how tough the stages are here at the 2019 Tough Dog Tuff Truck Challenge. What's this track called and how's it running?
Outback's Revenge, mate. Just sort of give them something nice and easy, like a weekender, up through the gullies and stuff like that. We like to get them a few points because that's what it's about for them. But then we give them the gnarly stuff at the end for the spectators. You've got to give them a challenge. It's Tuff Truck. We're looking for the toughest truck in Australia, mate. Beautiful drive, fellas.
So what do you think about these new stages?
To have a new course, it just throws a whole new element into the spectators. It throws them into, wow, we've got something different. And the drivers, they've got to walk the course. They've got used to the whole new ball game.
Some cars make an absolute mess of it.
Oh yeah, mate, we just had a nice rollover. Bull went up, hit that big rock, hit the top lip, and just gracefully rolled straight over.
Great drive.
Oh, cheers. Yeah, it was good. Auto slipping a bit, so it made a bit of work, but we got there.
And what do you think of these new tracks?
Yeah, they're awesome. Real cool.
It was a good track. It was nice and tight. 98 points out of a possible 100, so it was a pretty good run.
An event like this, it cannot run without sponsors. Who are the majors this year?
There are numerous sponsors that come on board and they come together to just help make this event the great event that it is. Our major sponsor, as always, is Tough Dog, and without them, we'd be lost. As always, we've got Mickey Thompson. This year we've also got Bob Jane with us, so that's another great addition to the Tough Truck team.
I know you put in a huge amount of hours for this event, but you couldn't do it without a huge staff you've got as well.
Our staff are amazing. These guys give up their time to come and give to us and get everything ready for the event.
There's just amount of people outside on all the stages, site staff, front gate.
It's an amazing thing that we've put together. It's really good.
Mini Wirrabah is one of the original stages here at the Tough Dog Tuff Truck Challenge. It is notorious for trees, rocks, loose boulders and plenty of dirt to rock transfers. It's a tight course that has been made even tighter this year. Let's check it out.
This is Mini Wirrabah, so it's a Tough Truck favourite. It's going well over the weekend. Yeah, it's running pretty fair. We've changed quite a lot. We put another rock garden in. We've made the face bigger, which is our big crowd pleaser. And yeah, just made a few little changes that have catch them off guard.
No bonus line?
No bonus line. It's hard enough, so they're struggling to get through in 10 minutes as it is.
And is the course set for rear steer or some of the older buggies are doing okay?
The rear steers are dominating, but we have had a few with live axles in the rear that are completing it.
You've been adding a bit more to the precise panel work?
Yeah, we ripped the door skin off and we added a few tech screws. Put it back on.
Very tight turn here for the big truck. No rear steer. All vehicles here at Tuff Truck now using power assist steering. You can see the hydro arm there on the front diff makes a massive difference in pushing these tyres around. And the Tough Dog Tuff Truck Challenge is an accumulation of all of your points from Shine Engineering all the way through to the travel ramp and the amazing stages that make up the search for Australia's toughest truck. It's a great run in a full-bodied rig from Ben Henry out of Queensland here on the Mini Wirrabah. The 2019 Tough Dog Tuff Truck Challenge continues after the break. The Rocky Horror is one of the Tough Dog Tuff Truck Challenge mainstays. It's well known for big rollovers, huge step-ups, massive drop-offs and plenty of carnage. It is definitely a crowd favourite and we typically see a stack of spectators packed down each side of the track.
The way we're running is up the left-hand side, back down the centre and up the right-hand side waterfall.
That's a fair bit of work there just for the teams to earn themselves 40 points. And the horror of the Rocky Horror is about to be unleashed.
With the waterfall up the right-hand side, it's a nice big climb. Everyone seems to enjoy it or hate it.
Being one of the original stages, we've seen the Rocky Horror get tougher and tougher as the years have progressed, and this year is nothing different.
We haven't changed a great deal. Being one of the originals, tried to keep it a bit original as a crowd favourite and a competitor favourite. But no, just tweaked a little bit, but otherwise an oldie but a goldie. Competitors seem to be enjoying it very well. Hopefully everyone has a good weekend and keeps their cars going.
What does the future hold for Tuff Truck?
We want to keep making it bigger and better. We'll keep modifying and changing tracks every year, so there's no real consistencies that the drivers can think they're on top of it.
What would you like to say to the viewers at home who've never been to a Tuff Truck event?
Tuff Truck is the biggest four-wheel drive event in the Southern Hemisphere. It's so much fun. It's not just a matter of a simple motorsport. It's a good fun event where you see cars do things that you wouldn't imagine them to do.
Got to come out and have a look. You must do. It's one of those things that you've got to at least experience once in your life, yes.
Mate, I'll keep Tuff Truck alive. I'll turn up every year and put on a show. Everyone else, jump in, have a go.
Get the feel, get it flowing in your blood, then put your hand up as a volunteer for the following year. You'll love it. It's the best of the best.
Invite your family and friends, come along and enjoy camping and enjoy watching a sport that you'll never see anywhere else.
So you'll be back next year, boys?
100%, brother.
With all of the daytime stages done, Mini Wirrabah, the Rock Garden and Rocky Horror have been combined into a single super stage. This is the top 10 shootout starting right here at the front gate of Mini Wirrabah.
We'll establish who the top 10 is, and from that they'll have a shootout which involves 3 different tracks, and so it's going to be a load of fun.
Their scores on the shootout is additional to the scores they've accrued all over the weekend. We reckon by about 4:30, as the car that was number 1 position is coming off the stage Sunday afternoon, we'll all know who the winner is.
As they come up through the entry gate of Mini Wirrabah, they've got a massive boulder to get up and over. A couple of rocks through this area, then up this massive ledge, which in the past has been a bonus line, straight over that, exit Mini Wirrabah and cut straight across and into the Rock Garden. That's where the 60-point gate starts and the next section of the course. 60 points will get the teams into this back end of the Rock Garden. They're going to follow through the rocks, the trees, and then up onto this massive area of boulders to exit at the 100-point gate and then straight onto the Rocky Horror. They'll descend a steep grade into a rocky garden and then cut down tight and over the waterfall to my right. They'll exit that area to do a U-turn at the bottom and then shoot straight back up the waterfall. For any team that makes it up, it's a total of 150 points. The Top 10 Shootout Sunday afternoon here at the 2019 Tough Dog Tuff Truck Challenge is a brand new addition. I can't wait to see the action. The super stage is all set. The top 10 competitors are ready to rumble. This is the Top 10 Shootout here at the 2019 Tough Dog Tuff Truck Challenge. There are 150 points on offer and it is a very tight DNF time of just 12 minutes. With only around 200 points in it, this is going to be incredibly interesting. Equal in 9th place, we've got Mint Sauce and MRG. Moving up through 8th, we've got Rookies, Bond in 7th, Full Tilt in 6th, Twin Lakes in 5th, Big Bang in 4th, Buggy Life getting into 3rd place there, Drag Tech in 2nd, and no surprise, Jessie Haynes in Laser Nut in 1st place. There are 200 points separating the top 10. This is going to be exciting. Rightio, first car is on course. Super Stage Tough Truck, here we go. What do you think of the stages now you've had a quick walk through the Super Stage?
It's quite doable. It's got its tricky spots that people, when they're in a hurry, they're going to make silly decisions.
This off-camber large rock here they've got to get up and over is a real tricky section. What areas do you think you're going to catch people out?
The actual 10-point marker, the way they've put the stakes there at the 10-point marker, if people aren't careful, they're going to slide into them. And then just up here at the end of the 90-pointer, if people aren't careful, they're going to take out a cone up there.
They're going to be very close to that cone. Oh, and there, they've touched it. That will cost them dearly. What'll be the strategy coming down over the Rocky Horror and back up it?
Fast. Don't waste time. You're going to want to complete it. You want to keep rolling, keep that momentum happening, and I would try and attack it. If this is my final run, I'd be looking at taking a bit more right pedal approach.
That is magnificent. All done within the 12-minute DNF time. What a sensational finish to the day. That is a phenomenal run. Well done.
Yeah, that was clean as a whistle. You couldn't ask for anything cleaner than that. Anything that'll beat that is no Reese to you.
No penalties all the way. You've got to be happy.
Oh, very happy. Over the moon, mate. That bloke down there, he's good.
Oh, yes. Team 33, Team MRG.
Oh, that was wicked. Saved the best to last, apparently. I don't know, we had time, but I was just like, nah, we're done, I'm out. Going to the top.
Team Drag Tech have come into the first section of Mini-Werribee and got themselves into a little bit of trouble. Oh, and the motor has died. This is a devastating end for this guy. Disappointing finish for them, but that is the nature of Tough Truck. That will be absolutely painful for them. Jessie Haynes, the final truck in the top 10 shootout, is now on course. Really feeling the frustration as the clock starts to tick down here on the Rocky Horror. Front coming up now. He's got to take the bunting. Not in a good position. And time is unfortunately called. That was the last car on course, and it probably didn't go quite as much to plan as Jessie would have hoped. It's all down to the points now. We'll head across to the award ceremony and find out who has taken out the 2019 Tough Dog Tuff Truck Challenge.
Third place, Team Big Bang.
Really wanted to get into the top 10. That was me aim to get here, but you get third. There's some top drivers here. Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Second place, the Big Unit, Twin Lakes.
We knew that we had to just stay consistent, and then when we come into that top 10 shootout, we won that course. It pushed us to second.
So the winner of the 2019 Tough Dog Tuff Truck Challenge Laser Nut Racing.
Last year, end up third, and I thought we really had a chance to win. Each year, we've actually gotten progressively closer and closer. I'd say in my career, it's definitely ranks up there with biggest victories, most meaningful for sure.
That is it for the 2019 Tough Dog Tough Truck Challenge. We've had a massive weekend. Myself and the team here would like to thank you for tuning in. We certainly hope you've enjoyed our coverage. Life Off-Road will return next week with more off-road adventures. I'm Simon Christie. Tread lightly, keep it safe, play hard. We'll see you then.